Hello, this is D, and I'm back with another video, and it's been quite a while since I've actually done a video. I've been enjoying my summer, but today we got some juicy stuff to talk about. Now, we're gonna go over a rumored game, or depending on the source, a couple of games that Xbox studios are planning to release on the PlayStation 5. We're also going to talk about Black Myth Wukong. There's a lot of controversy over this game over the weekend. Certain media outlets reviewing it and kind of putting their political bias in on their review score, which makes absolutely no sense when it comes to a video game. I just don't believe politics and video games mix, but we'll get into that a little bit later. But first, let's get into that Xbox game that's going to be announced later this week. Now, apparently Forza 5 is coming to the PlayStation 5. Now, depending on the source that you get the news story from, some are saying that it is coming next week. Some people are saying that it's not coming. Now, I personally did see a UK listing for Forza 5 coming to the PlayStation 5. Now, whether or not this was them jumping the gun early or some type of misprint, it was actually on their Amazon site. So I can see why people were kind of running with this story. Now, honestly, Forza 5, it's a few years old now, so it's not like it's a new game. So I can understand from a business standpoint, Microsoft putting that game on the PlayStation 5 because it would actually sell quite a few copies on there because they're only accustomed to Gran Turismo over there. And a lot of PlayStation gamers, they don't have an Xbox. And a lot of Xbox gamers don't have a PlayStation. There really is a divide where certain gamers just stick to their platform. So bringing Forza 5 over to the PlayStation 5, I'm sure would garner some sales for Microsoft. Now, as the collective Xbox community is concerned, that is almost blasphemy. And I gotta kind of agree with them here. Now, Forza is a game that is really rooted deep into Xbox gamers. It's like a pinnacle game. You know, you have Gears, you have Forza, you have Halo. You know all the jokes when gamers would say that that's all the games that Microsoft would release. So this is like a big deal if it comes to the PlayStation 5. And I can understand a lot of Xbox gamers being upset about it. Now, from a business standpoint, yes, it makes sense bringing it over, 3 years after the game came out to make some money on the PlayStation, but also it hurts your base and it hurts your bottom line, because if games are coming over to the PlayStation 5, what's the point of getting an Xbox console if you're just going to release your games on other platforms? Now, some may say that games are released on the PC, so you can also get Xbox games on the PC. Listen, the PC and console market for the most part are separate markets. They're different gamers. PlayStation gamers, a lot of them just stick to the PlayStation games, to the PlayStation brand. I don't know what to say to you guys here. So if you're bringing your games on a console to the competitor, why should gamers invest in an Xbox console? That's a valid argument. Now, I don't know if this is true. I guess we're going to find out this week. Another report is actually saying that the game is going to be Microsoft Flight Simulator. Now, I'll link everything in the description down below so you guys can check it out for yourself. Now, this link basically says that in January, a Discord member listed Xbox games landing on PlayStation 5, and nearly all of them turned out to be true, and Flight Sim was one of those games on that list and is reported to be coming to the PlayStation 5. Now, Flight Simulator, I don't know if that game really identifies with Xbox. It identifies with Microsoft because this was initially a PC game. So Flight Simulator coming over to the PlayStation 5, I don't know if I'm really upset about that. And I think it might make financial sense for them to bring that game over to the PlayStation 5. Maybe they can enable VR on it. If they enable VR on Flight Simulator on the PlayStation 5, that game would sell a lot of copies because the PlayStation 5, or I should say the PSVR 2, right now, it's kind of sitting on the shelf for most gamers. There's not a lot of good content. I don't want to say there's not a lot of good content. There's not a lot of content out there for this headset. It's almost like Sony has abandoned it. We're not hearing a lot of games coming out. And Flight Simulator landing on the PlayStation 5 and enabling PSVR 2 support, I think would be a grand slam for everyone involved, for all gamers. And I think it would just be good for the game. But like I said, core games like Halo, like Gears, like Forza, I don't believe that these games should be on the PlayStation. I do believe it will hurt Microsoft's bottom line. In the short term, sure, they're going to get some sales, but in the long term, when they release new consoles, I don't think a lot of gamers are going to support them because they'll be saying, hey, I can just get the game on the competition. You know, the Xbox generation right now, we know that Microsoft is getting outsold by PlayStation. If you're going to bring games to the PlayStation, even if it's a year, 2 years later, some gamers will feel there's no need for an Xbox console. So, you know, that's just my opinion on it. I guess we're going to find out this week whether or not these rumors are true. I've been away for a while, so this might be old news for some of you guys. It's new news for me, and I just wanted to cover it because, like I said, I've been away for quite some time. Now, let's get into the story that everybody is talking about currently. Now, Black Myth devs have banned reviewers from using political stuff in the reviews. Some won't like this, but enough of the woke stuff. What does inclusion have to do with a game about a fighting monkey? Now, this was what I posted on X this morning, and you know, a lot of people chimed in. Some people said, oh, it's a false rumor that's floating around. And I actually had to dig into this because I was thinking, oh, maybe it is false. Maybe this is not true indeed. Now, we first got to start how this all came to be. Now, Screen Rant, they actually did a review on Wukong, and they actually put some nonsense in there that just didn't make sense. They said that there wasn't enough inclusion. It said the game lacked diversity. Now, this game is about a fighting monkey. It's actually based on a book. So I don't understand what inclusion has to do with this game. And I gotta be honest with you guys, I don't really get political in my videos. I don't think gaming is the place for anyone to be political. In fact, I think gaming is a safe place where everybody can go and just have a good time and get away from the worries of the world. At least that's what it should be. Lately, gaming has been quite toxic, and I'll be honest with you guys, the time off, it kind of did me good. It refreshed me. I don't have to deal with all the trolls in the comment section. Honestly, I'm just kind of tired of all of the nonsense and all of the bickering. Listen, it is a video game. Some people were upset about the new Assassin's Creed game. They were saying that the samurai never existed. There was never a black samurai. But if you look at some of the documents, this person actually did exist. Now, whether or not he was a full-fledged samurai is up for debate, sure. But once again, this is a video game. It's not supposed to be taken so seriously. We're supposed to enjoy it and have fun, but you have people that like to pick apart the little details in the video games that don't fit their political agenda. And I just don't feel politics have any part in any video game. Listen, if there's something that's in a video game that you don't like, just don't play the game. In all honesty, I think everyone should have the right to create the type of game that they want. And if you don't like that game, that's fine. Just don't play it. But to try to force your views onto people and try to get the developers to change the game so it fits your views and your narrative is ridiculous. If you don't like it, boycott it. Now, of course, if the game is doing something that's completely disgusting, that all of society is against, that's a completely different situation. But to say the game is lacking in inclusivity and diversity in a game that is about fighting monkey and mystical creatures is absolutely ridiculous. Now, I had to do a lot of research here because it was a lot that was happening in real time now. I was getting some messages from J-Dub. Let me go to my tweet here. So J-Dub said that or at least he linked a Sportskeeper Gaming tweet that said there was a false rumor floating around about Black Myth Wukong streamers receiving a guideline document requesting not to touch on political propaganda topics. Now, when J-Dub sent this to me, right away, I thought it was suspicious because we know that J-Dub is a known pony and a known liar. All jokes aside, honestly, I had to do some more research. I'm not just going to take his word for it. So as I digged deeper into the rabbit hole, I found out that this is indeed true. Now, Destin posted on X yesterday, and he said he's pretty sure this is fake. And we're going to see the NDA here. It says the do's and the don'ts. Enjoy the game. The don'ts. Don't insult other influencers or players. Do not use offensive language or humor. Do not include politics, violence, nudity, feminist propaganda, fetishizations, and other content that instigates negative discourse. Do not use trigger words such as quarantine or isolation or Rona 19. Do not discuss content related to the country's game industry policies, opinions, news, etc. So he was saying that this is false. And then he came back and said, sadly, it would seem that this is not fake. And I dug a little bit deeper, and we'll go over to my page here. And it was confirmed by Paul Tassi that it was real. It was sent out to content creators and not press reviewers. And some people may not agree with their decision, and some people may think it's a good thing. I gotta be honest with you guys. I don't think that politics have any place in gaming. Gaming should be a safe place where all religions, all sexes, no matter their orientation, and just enjoy gaming. Not to have to worry about what happened at work or the politics or, where you're gonna get food from the next week. In all honesty, you should just be able to escape and enjoy the game. Politics, it always brings division because people are gonna argue. Oh, it's my view. No, it's my view. And people just clash, and I just don't think it has any place in gaming. And I think that this journalist should be ashamed of themselves for even asking for inclusivity and diversity in a game that's about a fighting monkey. It's a fighting monkey. Like, what are we doing here? Anyways, I'm getting all riled up about this because I think it's absolute nonsense. I'm excited for this game. It's running on Unreal Engine 5. I will be playing this game day one. I will also have content up on my channel. Throughout the video, I had some of the benchmarks of this game running on my RTX 4090, so I'm really looking forward to this game and the performance that it will bring on PC, especially with everything maxed out. From the looks of the reviews coming out or that have come out, the game is fantastic. Looks like there's over 81 bosses, like over 300 hours of gameplay or something like that. It's looking to be a very epic game. And I just don't like that politics are coming in, trying to ruin a game that most gamers most likely will enjoy. Anyways, I want to know what you guys think about all of this. I think it's nonsense. I think the game is going to be good. I think all of the wokeness and the political agendas should be left out of video games. I think gaming should be a safe space where everybody can just get together and enjoy gaming. Now, also, I want to know what you think about these games possibly coming to the PlayStation 5. Do you think that Flight Sim will make an appearance on the PlayStation 5? And what about the rumored Forza 5? And if they do indeed make an appearance on the PlayStation 5, do you think this hurts Microsoft's Xbox console sales? Let me know about this and all the stories we talked about today in the comment section down below. And like I usually say, please like, share, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys on the next one.